Okay. Good morning, Mark and Val. Waiting on Sue. But we're not gonna wait because we're here, we're ready, right? It's time. There he is. Okay, let's take a nice big deep breath. I've got my feet fairly wide. Just reach, try to get your arms nice and long. And then we're just gonna fold halfway down and we're gonna take the arms by our side. So think about keeping your spine nice and long and engage your six-pack muscle. Now bring those arms out to the side and see if you can lift them up any further. And then release them and just round up. So you're flexing the spine. And let's do that again. Big deep breath. There's Sue. Reach, try to get nice and long. And then fold halfway down. Nice long spine. Belly in. Now pull the arms out to the side. See if you can lift them. Relax the arms and flex the spine, tucking your pelvis under as you come back up. We're going to do this one more time. Big deep breath. Exhale, fold down halfway. Pull the arms to the side. Lift them up. Relax them. Flex the spine. Roll up. Nice. Bring your feet together. Stand nice and tall. Take a big deep breath. Now, as you begin to add movement to this, pay attention to how you can equally weight both feet. Sort of a balance challenge here. Now take the arms all the way down. You're going to swan dive down nice and slow. Let your head go. You're just going to look through those knees to the back of the room. Now, if you can, your legs are nice and straight. If it's more advantageous for you to bend them, by all means, bend them. Should feel some nice lengthening going on behind those legs. Now, while you're here, fingertips on the floor out in front or on your shins, I want you to shift your body weight forward into the toes and then shift backwards. Walk your hands a little further out if they're on the floor. Shift forward and back. Give me another few inches with those hands if you can, going forward. So you really feel the lats. Get a nice stretch. Now shift the weight forward and shift it back. Nice. Now let the hands just fall, let your head go. You're going to round your back and come up nice and slowly. Equal weight in both your feet. Nice. Pout out your chest. Big deep breath. We're going to go down nice and slow one more time. Shift your weight back as you start your descent. Nice and slow. Let your head go. You always want to try to keep your neck nice and long, whatever position you're in, whether you're inverted or not. Now shift backwards a little bit so you're weighting more into the heels than you are the toes. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, pull down. Do that 4 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Again, inhale, extend, and then exhale. Big deep breaths, as big as you can get them. On this last one, hold it up. Equal weight in both feet. We're going to reverse it up nice and slow. Arms out to the side and flip them so your palms face up. Try to move the hands back. And then let's do field goal. A field goal pull. So palms face forward, elbows to the height of the shoulder. Let the hands come down. without lowering your elbows, and then flip them back up. Keep repeating. Now, if you don't feel your upper back working, you need to move the elbows further back. Keep your neck long, your chest proud. A few more. And think of pulling those elbows out to the side. Nice. Now bring the arms all the way up and swan dive it all the way down. We're going to walk out to plank. So let's all meet in a high plank position. We still have our feet together. Shoulders are over your wrists. We're going to do some scapular push-ups here. So I want you to drop the chest towards the floor and press away. Whatever your range of motion is, even if it's only a few inches, you're getting the benefit. Keep the arms straight. You're not bending at the elbow to get the chest going down towards the floor. You're lowering the chest into the shoulders. Do a few more. Okay, let's put the knees down. We're going to open the knees to hip width. We're going to walk the wrists under the shoulders and start some cat-cows. This is an opportunity for you to just go and move your body where it feels good and at what pace feels good for you. Maybe you're shifting your hips back as you arch the back. Just explore. This is a feel-good moment. Hopefully you guys do these every day. Super duper good for you. Okay, neutral spine. Elevate your knees 1 inch off the floor. You're nice and high in the toes, so you're stretching out the pads of the feet. Now, right into a small downward dog with your heels on the floor. Should be possible. And right back to your bear. All you need to do is bring those shoulders over the wrists and cover your knees. Now let's be mindful not to drop the face. Should be looking just forward of the mat. Back to the small dog. And back to bear. And back to the small dog. You're going to walk your hands all the way back to your feet. You're going to inhale and extend the spine. Shift your hips back, weight the heels, walk your fingers forward if you can. Little tug of war going on here with the hips and the lats. Make sure you're holding your head wherever you don't feel tension in your neck. And now fold over those legs. We're going to cross the arms. We're going to stay here for 5 fantastic breaths. Close your eyes, just get lost. Okay, release the hands. You're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. There we go. Deep breath. Bring your hands to heart and step your left foot forward. Big step, but try to make that transition smooth. Now let's elevate the back heel and then let's push it down. Even if it doesn't get down all the way, that's fine. While you're pushing the heel down, I want you to try to bend a little bit more into this front leg. And then lean forward with your upper body. Spine stays long. We're just going to hold this nice stretch for the lower leg. If you want to amp it up, you can bring the arms out in front. But again, you're focusing on that back foot. Okay, bring the shoulders back over your hips and let's take the arms up and let's get that back heel up nice and high. Hold on this spot, opening up your right hip flexor. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side. We're going to start to lower the upper body down nice and slowly till our hands are framing that front foot. Once you get your hands to the floor, I want you to walk that back foot further back. So you're in what we call a runner's lunge. Now, we're going to keep the right hand down on the floor, or maybe just the fingertips. You're going to take your left arm out to the side, parallel to the floor to begin. And then we're going to elevate the left shoulder. So the arm is going to go along for the ride. Just hold on this spot. And bring that arm back down. And lift it again. Again, focus on the shoulder. And lower. And one more time. Up. And lower. So you're back to your runner's lunge. This time we're going to put the hands down on the floor. We're going to step the foot back to our high plank. First time, full downward dog. How good does that feel? Just breathe. As much air each breath that you can handle. Walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Round yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Nice, fabulous posture, and then begin to raise the arms. Try to lift out of your hips and get your body longer. Bring your hands to heart. This time, we take a big step forward with the right foot. Nice. Now, drive that back heel down. The back leg should be nice and straight. See if you can bend into this front leg a little bit, and then give me a forward lean. Big stretch for that left calf. We can also bring the arms out in front. Keep pressing that left heel towards the floor. Now slowly lower the hands, fingertips only if you can. The reason we do fingertips is I really want you to put most of your weight into the leg without offsetting some of that weight into your arms. So slide the back foot a little further back if you can. Bring your right arm out to the side this time, get it long, and then lift the shoulder. And then lower back down and lift. Again, it's not an arm lift, it's a shoulder lift. The arm goes along for the ride. Last one. Okay, take it down. Both hands down, step back, you're in plank. Let's go back to that nice down dog for 5 big breaths. Come back forward to plank. Without putting the knees down on the floor, see if you can come down onto your forearms. So you're in what we call a low plank. Now from here, I want you to just put your hips down on the floor. Keep the toes tucked under. So you're in baby cobra. We're gonna hold on this spot. Crowd out the chest, broaden the shoulders. Nice stretch for the six-pack muscle. Again, position that head wherever your neck feels fine. So we've got the toes tucked under for stability. We're going to keep our knees down on the floor, and we're going to meet in 8-point plank. Hips up. Now, while you're holding your 8-point plank, if you can, I want you to walk your elbows forward. Do it in stages. Maybe you just go forward 1 inch. Maybe you go a little more. But notice how much more challenging this becomes to draw that belly button up and into the spine. Just breathe. Now slowly lower the hips. Take your gaze, look up, crowd out the chest. You're still trying to draw your belly button in while you hold this position with your hips down. One more time, making it a little easy on us. We're going to walk the elbows out now while the hips are down. So hopefully yours are considerably forward of the shoulders. While you draw the belly up and into the spine, you come off the hips again, lift up, and just fold. Lots of work for the arms here, your lats. A lot of muscle happening here. Okay, lower back down. Hold on this spot. Continue to bring the stomach in. Now take your hands and put the chest down on the floor. Take your hands by your chest. Now we don't want the shoulders to round forward. So first and foremost, retract the shoulders. Without pushing into the floor, elevate your chest. That's key, without pushing into the floor. Just hold this and breathe. Your neck is long. Don't pick it up. Keep your neck long so your face looks down at the floor. We're going to hold this a little bit longer, and then we're going to push ourselves up, and we're going to meet in child's pose of your choice. Okay, here we go. Push yourself up. Take those hips back. And take 5 big, huge breaths. Okay, let's come back up. We're going to meet on all fours. Do 5 cat-cows. Tuck your toes under. See if you can explore different movement than the first time we did these. Okay, let's take the hips back, just hovering above your heels. We're going to walk the hands out to the corners of the mat. Now, think about lowering the chest towards the floor. So your head is off the floor. You're actually working your neck muscles right now. Make sure it's long. And without shifting your hips, I'm going to ask you to take baby steps with your hands and walk them to the right side, off the mat, onto the floor. The forearms are not down and you have a lot of space between your hands. Once they're to the right, see if you can inch them a little more forward. You should be feeling this on your left side body. And of course your left. Okay, baby steps back, or however you want to get back. Walk the other way. Don't shift your hips. Once you've gone sideways enough, see if you can go out a little and just hold and breathe. Big, deep breaths. Okay, let's walk them back. Walk them in. Meet me in your quadruped position. Elevate your knees so you're in bear. Let's do some scapular push-ups while we're in bear. So lower the chest through the arms. Press away. Go nice and slow. I'm gonna do 5 more. Okay, you're back to a small down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Pull forward, fold. So we have a little balance challenge coming here. We're going to take both our hands to the right ankle or lower leg, whatever. Make sure your head's relaxed. Transfer the weight into that right leg. Sweep your left leg back behind you. So you're balancing on the right leg. And if you need one hand down on the floor to help you, put it down. You can try to do it with both hands off the floor. Wonderful. Okay, let's put the left leg down. Let's switch sides. Sweep the right leg back this time. Try to get that back leg nice and long so there's no bend at the knee. That's what helps you balance. It's engaging and recruiting muscle. Okay, relax that foot. We're going to walk our hands to the front of the mat. Step back, you're in plank. Shift your shoulders beyond the fingertips and then shift them back. Or whatever range you can shift forward and back. Keep driving the heels backwards. When you go back, keep your legs nice and straight. Just rock this out a few more times. Working all those itty bitty little muscles that we tend to ignore. Okay, down dog, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee, lift the knee. Tie in the toes on the right foot. Take that right heel down to the floor or towards the floor. Lift it back up. Do that 4 more times. Keep your knee up. Okay, both feet down, back to your plank. Put your knees down, shift your hips over the heels. Walk your hands to the corners of the mat and forward. Lower your chest. Forehead stays up. Take 3 more big breaths. Come back up to all fours. Tuck the toes under if they're not.
right into a small dog. Hold here and breathe. Excuse me. Come back forward, step your feet back. You're in high plank. Lift your right leg up this time. Back to a down dog. Open the hip. Bend at the knee. Lift the knee. High on the toes on the left foot. Now lower that heel and lift. And lower. And lift. Keep the knee up. Lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And put that other foot back down. Meet me back in that high plank. We're going to do a little hover and go right to up dog. Proud out your chest, take your gaze, look forward. Hold on this spot. Now, while you're here, you're drawing that stomach in. Okay, we're going to keep the elbows close to the side of our body. We're going to lower the chest down to the floor. As soon as you get down, come back up. And lower back down. And lift back up. And lower back down. And lift back up. And tuck the toes under, right back to a down dog. Shifting those heels towards the floor. Hold here for 5 big breaths. Come back to high plank. Step your feet into bear. Squeeze your knees. I want you to activate the inner thighs. And then open. And squeeze. And do that 6 more times. Keep them just hovering above the floor. Your feet are hip width apart. You're just squeezing and releasing. Okay, knees go down, feet go out to the side. You're going to have a seat. We're going to meet in staff pose. So you're sitting up nice and tall, heels to the corners of the mat. Spine is long. We're going to just walk it out. As far as you can go. It's not a competition. Just go nice and slow. Keep your feet flexed. When you can't go any further, let's see if we can lower the elbows to the mat and relax the head. You're here for 5 big breaths. Really try to puff out the ribs. Okay, walk it back. Try to get your spine long. We're going to take the arms out in front. We're going to elevate them straight up to the ceiling as you sit nice and tall. So we're not leaning back. We're just as if we were sitting nice and tall like this. The only thing we've done is we've added the arms. So this should feel like work. Make sure your neck is comfortable. So find a spot for it where it feels good. Draw in the belly. Now, with everything staying the same, except for a little lean back, go for it. Really important to engage the belly. You're going to feel the belly, the hip flexors, a lot of muscle coming to the party right now. Hold here and breathe. 5, 4, go back further if you can, without rounding the back. 3, without letting the stomach puff forward. 4, And come back forward, relax the arms, dive between the legs. You're going into flexion with your back. 5 big breaths. Okay, roll it back up. We're gonna scoot our rear end over to the left side of the mat. We're gonna get a 90-degree angle in our front leg. The right foot, we're just gonna take out to the side and post it. Now I've got my right elbow pushing into that knee to try to get that leg to go a little further back. And then I'm gonna release it. And then I'm gonna push it. And release. So you're just creating a little bit of resistance. And then let it come back. And push it again, last one. Okay, switch sides. 90 degrees, screw your butt over to the right side. Post this foot, so your toe is facing the left side of the room. Use your left elbow against the inside of that knee. Open it. And while you bring it back, you're still creating that resistance. Go really slow. This is like a enjoyable moment. Maybe each time you do a rep, you can get a little more range, but it's not about forcing. Okay. I want you to sit cross-legged, nice and tall with the spine. And then we're gonna walk our hands out, just like we did with our legs extended. Go as far as you can with your spine long. And when you can't do it anymore, let the head go, let the elbows relax to the floor. Hold here, 5 big breaths. And this is not about forcing range of motion. This should feel good. Okay, let's bring it up. We're gonna uncross and we're gonna cross over the other way. Start out nice and tall. Walk it out. When you can't go anymore, you're in flexion. Elbows down if you can. Try to relax all the muscles in the leg as you take your 5 breaths. Legs up as you take your breaths. Okay, take it up, walk it back. We get to extend the legs out. We're gonna have our feet hip width apart. Flex the feet and then point the toes. So you're really trying to rotate those toes down towards the floor, stretching out your ankles and then flex again. And just do that a few more times, slowly. Okay, arms out in front. You're gonna C-curve the spine. You're gonna roll it down nice and slowly. Once you're down there, we're gonna meet in a figure 4 stretch, starting with the right leg on top of the left thigh. So let's make sure we're nice and flat on the shoulder blades and we crowd out the chest. Arms are just chilling, they're not coming to this party. Now push that right knee forward. And bring it back in slowly. as far in as it'll go. And then take it back out. Let's make sure we're keeping that right foot flexed as it sits on your leg. Do a few more repetitions. And now hold it as far forward as you can. Without the assistance of the arms, lift your left foot off the floor and bring your left knee in towards you. Take it in as far as you can and hold for 5 big breaths. Keep as much tension as you can by pushing that left knee forward. Moving the left knee into you, right knee forward. Okay, let's release the left knee back to the floor and switch legs. Move the left knee forward. Bring it in. Move it out. Go nice and slow. This is like an opportunity to really pay attention to what you're feeling, where, what might need a little more love. See if you can improve the range of motion with each rep. Now, on this next one, you're going to hold it out, lift the right foot off the floor and bring that right knee in towards you. You're still trying to push the left knee forward. Hold for 5 big breaths. So you're sort of battling the legs, but you're trying to use your breath to help you relax. Okay, let's take both legs completely straight up to the ceiling. Flex your feet and push your heels towards the ceiling. So you got a lot of muscle active in the legs. Open slowly the legs. And then close them slowly. Draw the belly down. Lower back is on the floor. Slowly lower the right leg. You're pushing your heel away from you, so you're working this. Slowly bring it back up. Keep that low back skin on the floor. Keep your belly down. Do the same on the other leg. Should be tension-free in the neck. Shoulders nice and relaxed. You're going down really slowly. Once you get there, come back up just as slow. Okay, let's drop both knees into the chest. You're going to hold the kneecaps and help them make big circles. Go in the other direction. Okay, let's do a happy baby. So bring your arms inside the legs, grab hold of the outsides of the feet, and then take those heels up towards the ceiling. Now you're using your arms to try to get your knees down towards the floor, keeping the low back skin on your mat. Add a gentle rock side to side if that feels good on your lower back. Okay, let's bring both knees into the chest. You're gonna keep your knees and feet together, so you're gonna make a little circle with both knees together. Change your direction. Nice, now let's put the feet down on the floor, like you're gonna go into a bridge. So you got a pretty good bend in the legs. Nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Make a field goal post with the arms. So that means the back of the hands are down on the floor and you've got your elbows in line with the shoulders. Now, before we do anything, we're gonna rock the pelvis forward and back. Now, while you're rocking the pelvis forward and back, you're gonna add in the arms. You're gonna pick the hands up off the floor, move them forward as the pelvis goes forward, and then take the hands back as that low back skin gets back down on the floor. And keep that going for 5 more reps. Okay, so with the back of the hands down on the floor and your pelvis neutral, your neck long, you're gonna slide your hands along the floor and see if you spread your fingers wide. See if you can bring them together where you at least feel the index finger. Keeping the arms down on the floor if you can, or as best you can. So hopefully the whole forearm is down. Now slide them back so the elbows are at the height of the shoulder. Do that just 2 more times, nice and slow. Hands are on the floor, the back of the hands, they're just sliding. And then slide back slowly. 1 more time. And if the fingers don't connect, that's okay. Okay, on this next one, we're gonna hold it when we get back there. And just pay attention to trying to relax the muscles in the arm while you hold the index fingers touching if you can, or however far back you can get those arms. Now try to actively push the arms into the floor. Don't bring your neck to the party while you do this. Okay, I want you to release the arms, bring them by the side of your body. Extend your legs all the way down along the floor. Point your toes. Now you're gonna interlock the fingers of your hands and take your arms straight back behind you. However far back they can go, hold on that spot. Try to pull the belly down and the ribs. I've got my thumbs on the floor back there. Now I'm going to bring the arms forward slowly, keeping my hands connected all the way down and take them all the way back. And just do that 2 more times. Keep pointing your toes so your shins get a nice stretch. Okay, now let's meet with our arms going straight up to the ceiling. Now you're going to lift your head, tuck your chin, and roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time, and take it down between the legs. Hold here for 3 breaths. Okay, come on back up. You're gonna bring those feet in, Use your hands behind you to come up onto your toes. Nice and high on the toes here, just for a second. Now let's go to that full fold, and we're gonna round up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Nice, take a big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and your strength. Woohoo! We did it! We got it done.